Good to talk with you. Couple of things. One, I just wanted to know about your adjustment to Tampa so far. What have you kind of made of the situation, and how have you approached it? Or did you bring your family down there and that kind of thing?
Hey, you got some volume in this thing? You turn it up? Yeah. I couldn't hear the question. No, I heard you. It's all the way up. No, the adjustment is fine. I mean, I'm in America, so I'm in my homeland, but I got a nice place. We're all good. I'm all set up, and I'm ready to go. Like with the sense of being here, and you know, they've done an unbelievable job with our practice facility, our locker room. They've done a great job to make it everything as home as possible, and it's even better because you guys aren't here.
Well, that works both ways, Kyle.
Yeah. No, you know you want to be here. We know.
And as a follow-up, I mean, you've been with the team now a couple of weeks through camp. You've seen the newcomers. Obviously, Serge and Mark would be guys I'm sure you're missing, at least on a personal level. Do you think your team is any better this year, or any different? And what?
We're definitely different. We're completely different. Aaron is really good. He's solid, big. Chris Boucher has have to step up. It's going to be a lot more small ball, I believe. We kind of did that in a bubble. But we're a different team. I think we have an opportunity to surprise some people, but at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and lace them up and put the ball, in the hole and play defense. But, like I said, this is a long season. So a little bit of a short and long season, but it's not about one or two games. It's about, the pacing yourself for the long haul.
Appreciate it, Kyle. Have a good afternoon, man.
You too, man.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Josh Lundberg next.
Kyle, what's happening?
What's up, my man? Did you grow a little bit?
Still just the beard and the hair.
Nah, man, that's a terrible look there. I'm sure. I'm glad you're not on video.
Well, at least you get to hear my voice.
That's not a good thing either.
Well, thanks for doing this. I wanted to ask you about your early impressions of Malachi. I know you saw something in Fred pretty early when he joined the team back a few years ago. Have you seen any similar qualities or different qualities that have stood out to you about Malachi, and how much are you looking forward to mentoring him?
I had a chance to work out with him before the draft, and I liked him. He's a good kid. When it comes to similarities with Fred, he has the talent, right? He has the talent that Fred has. You got to get his vocal leadership up a little bit, but that's any young player that they don't know. Freddie came in and kind of had that, that already presence of being a vocal guy. Malachi's is still figuring it out, right? He's late to the party, but, he has an opportunity to be good. He's going to play some minutes for us. He's going to be counted on to be the backup point guard. And when myself or Freddie isn't on the floor. So he has a chance to grow really quick and really early. So, yeah, he's going to be all right.
The front office has been pretty clear about their intentions to keep the books as clean as possible following this season going into next summer. Have you spoken to either Masai or Bobby about what that means for your future beyond this year?
No, we haven't. And that's for me. My goal is to kind of stay focused on trying to win a championship, for the Toronto Raptors. That's always been my goal. I'll let the other stuff play itself out. And of course, at some point, the conversation will happen. But right now, let's get it started. Right? Let's get into the regular season. Let's get it going. Let's go out there and set the goal that we have, and that's to win a championship. That's the only goal I have. But other than that, I haven't talked to those guys about my personal career after. This year we haven't talked past this month. But right now it's just all about getting ourselves going and getting ourselves to start the season and to get going down here in Tampa and being in a good spot.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it, man.
No problem, man.
We'll go to Mike Ganter next.
Hey, Kyle. How are you?
What's up, Michael?
Same old. This is an old one, but how hard did the news hit when you found out Ibaka wasn't going to be back?
I talked to Serge before it happened, and he told me. So, listen, I'm a big believer in all my guys. I've told you guys who's been here, I'm always happy for any of my former teammates that get paid and get an opportunity to provide for their families and to go where they want to be and to be happy. Serge put the opportunity for him to be happy, be successful, get paid, possibly win a championship, and go on from there. And nothing changes when it comes to the stance of relationships with those guys. Those guys are always going to be my brothers, and I'll speak to them. So it definitely hurt because I love Serge. Serge on the court, off the court, he's my guy. But I'm happy for him. He's in a situation same as Mark. Mark picked the situation that was best for him and his family, and he got money, and he got paid, he got opportunity to play for a championship, and that's what matters. And as long as those guys are happy, I'm happy for them.
All right. And how quick is the relationship or your relationship with Baines developing? I mean, I know that's important for your game. You like the bigs. What's that been like with you and him?
My goal is to make sure he has the best year he's had in his career so far. If I could go do something else, I just stop making noise. I don't know. I think Aaron and I and Freddie and Aaron will have a good relationship. And it's a guy that's physical and he wants to hit people, but he wants to also learn and win games. And that's the biggest thing, winning games.
All right. Appreciate that, Kyle. And for whoever's doing this, the volume's gone down really low on your end. Thanks.
That sucks for you.
Just hang on one sec. Apologies, everyone. There was a vacuum.
Who just said?
For open there.
Is that Phil? That's Phil. Oh, Phil, we know it's fucked up with Phil doing it. I love you though, Phil. Rowan, what are you doing? Is it better? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, do you mind just giving that one again quickly, Gumby, if you don't mind?
What? F you, Phil?
No, that wasn't it.
That was clear.
I mean, the question was about your development with Baines already.
I answered that already. If you didn't hear, you're gonna have to try to listen closer to your microphone. I answered that very well. That was a very well answered answer.
Well, I guess it'll go down in history then.
Yeah, man. Sucks. It's unbelievable. Next question.
We'll go to the next one. Eric Kareem from The Athletic.
Hey, Kyle, thanks for taking the time today. Nick was just in here talking about sort of needing to monitor your minutes. The off season was even shorter than the one after you won the championship in terms of just days. How are you feeling right now, and how mindful are you of the bigger picture when it comes to this season?
I've always been mindful of that, and the coach will always say he's going to monitor our minutes and play us 42 on the first night. But that's what he does. I think myself and coach will always consistently have a open line of communication when it comes to minutes and games played and all that stuff. With this being a short off season, but I'm here to do a job, and y'all know, I'm gonna do it at the best level I can possibly do it at. And no matter what, I'm gonna go out there, and if he needs me to play 20 minutes, play 20 minutes. If he needs to play 48, I'm gonna play 48. All that matters is wins and wins.
With the offseason being so short, was there anything you had to sacrifice during your ramping up compared to what you usually do, or did you prioritize anything differently than you would have?
Yeah, I got to do my golf trip, so that's all that really mattered. That was my prioritization. And
any good courses?
My kids. I got to hang with my kids, man. That's all. Any good courses? Yeah, all of them. I don't play bad courses, man.
Yeah, well, I was hoping you'd rank them or something. Anyway, I appreciate it, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
We've got time for two more. We'll start with Tim Bontemps from ESPN.
Oh, Timmy!
Hello, Kyle.
You get some snow up there? You get some snow up there?
Got about 18 inches.
Well, guess what? I didn't. Don't worry about it.
No, you're very happy to be down there, I'm sure. You get that golf game going again. As somebody who's been involved in a lot of the planning, both for the bubble and I think at least in some regard for this season, how do you feel about the way this has all been set up with the protocols that are in place to try to pull this thing off?
Yeah, I say this, and the protocols that have been put in place are to try to protect us and to try to keep us as safe as possible. I will say this, I think there will be cases, there will be people that, get the virus, and, we can't, it's going to happen. and we have to adjust. And when it happens, no one's going to know how guys get it or coaches get it or whoever gets it. No one's going to understand how it happened. But we have to be able to have an adjustment to understand that things are going to happen. We have to adjust and go on and figure it out. And that's going to be the one thing that, when kind of talking about this situation and planning the situation and giving advice and giving opinions and, it is going to be sometimes where someone's going to get it and it's going to be like, damn, like, okay. But the players, the team, the coaches, the league will have to go on, make adjustments and figure it out as we go. And it will be a different year. It's going to be a tough year, but we got an opportunity. We got some of the best people in the world working with us, working for us, helping us, and we're complying at a high level. We're all players. We're all compliant at 100%. We're going to try to do our best and make sure that we're wearing our masks and staying where we need to stay safe to pull us off, because at the end of the day, this is our job, right? And we have to do it at a high level.
And I know you said, do you think you guys can surprise people? I know you're used to doing that, but what about this group do you think gives it the opportunity to surprise people again?
I think that the units of how we're going to play will surprise people. And, and you guys know it, we play hard as hell. And we hang our hats on that. And playing hard get you wins. Playing extremely hard will get you some wins.
Thanks, sir.
No problem, Timmy.
We'll wrap up today with Tim Reynolds from the Associated Press.
Oh, Tim and Tim.
No snow in Miami, Kyle. So that's good.
Good for you.
Bontemps got all the snow.
Yeah.
I know you said you got set up in a nice place, and that's great. And, Tampa's not the worst place to spend some time, obviously. But it's not home. It's not Toronto. How are you making it feel normal, I guess? How are you making it feel comfortable for you?
I'm comfortable wherever I am. Nothing makes me uncomfortable. I'm always going to be good in my own skin, in my own situations. I'm always going to be ready to go. I'm always going to be good no matter what. I'm very comfortable anywhere I go. You put me anywhere, I'm going to make sure I'm going to figure it out.
And the other question I had for you is, obviously in the bubble, there was a huge emphasis on social justice. And Black Lives Matter was on the court. The messaging, we all remember it. It was huge. It's why you guys were there in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to see that conversation continue, I guess, without it being on the floor and without messaging on jerseys? Like, how do you want to keep that front and center and remind people this is still a thing,
Yeah.
so it has to get better?
Yeah, that's a good question, man, because it's all going to be on the individuals. It's going to be in our league. And I think the one thing about the league is the league will figure out ways to get that done, right? And find ways to have that messaging keep going, and the voting messaging to keep going. And the league gives us players the opportunity to voice our opinions, to use our platform. And that'll be throughout the whole year. And I think, it's a tough question for me to answer specifically for anyone else, but for myself, it's all about action. It's all about doing it. I may not say it on the court, or I may not say it on our jerseys or on the back of the jerseys, but it resonates when you're doing things in your communities to uplift your communities and to uplift other people. So that's a big thing, is continuing yourself to do the matter. And then, of course, our league, we started a coalition, so they'll have things that will be in place and continue to have the conversation, to spark the conversation.